Happy Friday, everybody. Salute, salute, salute. I hope everybody's had a blessed Friday this far. Some of us are just getting off work, getting in traffic, mad as hell, ready to go get some pizza or something. Let the kids have at it and kick your feet up. You get what I'm saying? Like, honestly, just kick your feet up, drink your wine and shit, and just relax. But in the midst of relaxing, you cannot help but sit back and think, damn, what a messed up week this has been, whether it's been good as far as financially or you're just getting to work or whatever, but still just getting to where you need to be with this news. You anticipated on Thursday. And shout out again to the content creators. I got to be honest. Shout out to the content creators because if you was never ever like in your line of business ever wanted to be a detective at that moment, you could say want to be detectives or whatever. Everybody was using real resources and as much resource as possible to get what you need for this case of Naziah Harris. And I do mean people was putting their jobs on the line. People was actually putting their jobs on the line. A lot of stuff we didn't get. I'm so damn angry. I know. Hey, Royal Queen. So it was almost like you wanted to put the information out there. I wanted to. Because I thought that we deserved to know. Because Naziah became a part of all of us. Whether he was a content creator or a subscriber. Everybody was putting in work. When I say I go down my line, I don't even know where to look for certain pictures. I remember certain things that was sent to me. I can't even remember the go back. It was so much that the subscribers, moderators, putting a job in on the line, putting restless nights. So invested, they're sending you every clip. Everybody ever seen Alicia's in the archive. Them finding the hospital that Annette and Kim Worthless worked at. This will forever go down with me as historic. Every day in life we ask ourselves, like, maybe we didn't think we was gonna be here. In life, hearing about something like this, yeah. But honestly, talking about the case with strangers, thousands and thousands of strangers, all walks of life, all different colors. Actually shutting down, people shutting down because this case had got so deep. So many subscribers hit me up. Miss Park, I'm taking a break. I can't take it anymore. I can't do this anymore. And here I am, not knowing how y'all felt. Actually hearing it and reading it in a text and hearing it from people being heartbroken and honestly falling back because of this case was crazy. Hey, Lexi sis. Hey, Miss Sean B. Hey, Real Dion. What's going on? Hey, Tamara. I see y'all, Shane. TT. So, Deborah, what's going on, sister? So, I seen the toll that this case took on all of us. We didn't even realize a lot of times that we was a village. Whether it was a village over there, here. That's how resources really started to come about. Ms. Parker, if you were running the courtroom yesterday, how would you react in the courtroom? I gotta be honest. Everybody contain themselves to the best of their ability. This should make us go harder. Absolutely. Everybody did what I expected. Less, really, they did less of what I expected. Cause one of they were saying like to be in the room was different. Hey Big Mama. Hey Candy. Hey Shanta. Paris. Mia's Creation. A community we did. All walks of life, people from every state, other countries. Nazaya captured our hearts. And when she captured our heart, we went deep. Everybody went deep. I remember when Toot was Google mapping everything, showing directions. Interviewed a victim from years ago. Some believe the story, some didn't, but she knew Jarvis. She was in the presence of this monster. Then you have Mark D, 40 years of CPS. And when you hear it, you don't believe it, but then when everything start playing out, you like, damn. You got to go way back. Even when you don't want to, you still got to go back to why wasn't anything done then? Who is running the CPS? Who knows who in the CPS? Who's the connections? Because some stuff was the only thing that made sense. Unless CPS is that piss poor there. One of the two. And you mean to tell me nobody's saying anything about CPS being this piss poor where all of these calls have been made, and the fact that Kim Worthy, she brings her thick tongue talking ass, Darvith's butt is the only suspect. What? So people started sitting back like, was he? No. Then she come back. We know for a fact Darvith's butt is the father of the Naya Herth's baby with her thick tongue talking ass. Who's the night? Yeah, I ain't even get names right and shit. We supposed to excuse that though. God, Miss Parker said we ain't gonna make out the facts. Yeah, we are. Cause if her name is Jennifer, don't call her Jen. Say her name. We take on jobs. Sometimes we might have to speak a fluent language. Just saying, Sean. Shank what, Keisha? What? Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Latasha Jackson. I'm just saying. Then she came back with her thick tongue talking ass. Ain't nobody called for or sent for, which was good to us. We wanted those updates. Now other people would be tarred down the line for the death of Nadia Harris. Wait. Other people's gonna be charged down the line in connection with what happened to Naziah. Okay. After about 30 days, now the bitch sitting here thinking like, when the fuck is they gonna be charged? Because I never seen nothing like this. I never knew you could break in a house and, just because you didn't break in and take their life, you were just a part of it. We gonna wait down the line. We know for a fact that Darvith is the father of the Naya Herth's baby. Okay, well, everybody digging deep with that. You get blamed for listening to them and digging deep because you want to know why. What? How did they know that Jarvis Butts was in fact the father? Then after I listened to Tamara Liberty Smith, and she said Jarvis sent them on the Wild Goose Hunt. Because like I said, I remember reading her post. And I got to saying in my chat, I was like, I don't agree. Because y'all got the case around that time. How quick was the pinging for Jarvis? Because he wasn't even named a suspect at that time. Miss Liberty. Y'all did the press conference on the 14th. Jarvis was already in jail for the gun charges, right? Hey, Leah. Hey, Tawana. Hey, Miss Vick. Hey, Cut. Hey, Miriam. The pacifier and accepted for justice were the others. So it was like, wait, I'm listening to it the other night, but I just didn't agree with that. Because Jarvis was in jail. How could he? So did Jarvis tell y'all that lady had a deal had took the drug dealer's money? Hey, Drea. I feel like they are all involved, not just with Nazaya, but a lot of the missing kids. The network is full of powerful people with money, and that's what makes things happen or not happen. And I want to say she said this. She was like, y'all think about the kids that was missing around the time she was. They can't hide any. Yeah, I mean, what you say they can't. It did. Shockwave. Jania's testimony really broke him. Because you could tell, I don't know about y'all, but when Janaya shit hit him, it almost was like the motherfucker was going to bust out and say something. You got to go 2 years, this man ain't said nothing. I'm even show y'all where he still had nothing to say. Not saying that he would, but you could see the buildup when Janaya spoke. It hit him. And Shannon, the ladies from yesterday on Shank's Live said Shannon came in all dolled up. But two said Shannon was dressed up too. That was just too coincidental. They said, I don't know, but she, her hair was done. Because every time we see you, y'all got the same ponytails. Like when y'all was on the bed and y'all mouths was hanging open. You know, when you get so high, that's how they was sitting there. Mark D walked in the room, mouth just hanging open, no slobbing, no nothing, just dry. Dry. But you came in there spiffy and you was together yesterday. Her getting done, her wasn't even done at the preliminary. Glasses filthy. Had rainbow colors all through your glasses. And I gave you credit because I said maybe that's why she couldn't. I went back like instead of me thinking she can't read, maybe because where her glasses was filthy. That's all I was giving her. That's it. She's waiting for the next visit to whether they give y'all credit or not, if it had not been for y'all this story, when they got the attention. Thank you, Big Mama. So Frank played a major part. Then we got Shank Rock come out the woodwork with this, Pukaboo's birthday party. Shank Rock finds the evangelist. Toot finds Frank. Characters coming all out of the woodworks. I know my head was swimming. Because Frank was a big part of this. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, he did. He played a significant part. He owned the first shop. Where we heard Brooklyn testify and make them put another charge on Jarvis based on Nazaya's age, realizing that the shop that they thought took place with the incidents actually started at Frank's. Hey, yeah. What's Frank's last name? I want to look him up. I've never seen what he looks like. Y'all can drop what Frank's name is in the chat. Hey, Corey Boo. And so then Shank gets the evangelist. Oh, it just made me have a flashback. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how he swats the bugs. No disrespect, the evangelist. I'm just kind of recapping over here. Oh, I'm sorry. The evangelist, no disrespect. I'm sorry. I just, girl, y'all, talking about him just makes you have hella flashbacks. At Pukaboo's birthday party, we see monster butts. Everybody still to this day try to figure out where Jarvis came from. Because to me, anybody walk in, whether we keep the door unlocked or not, they're not the first to leave a door unlocked and people just come in there. But we gonna look, anybody gonna look toward the door. Nobody looked toward the door or nothing. Everybody trying to figure out where Naziah was for this birthday party. Pukaboo's Takesha, what's his name? I don't remember what's his name, y'all. Pukaboo's birthday. And at this birthday party, I'm going to go back a little bit. I want to take y'all back to Pukaboo's birthday party. The kids, hey Patricia, the kids they didn't know to be excited. Their emotions was all over the place. It was kind of hard watching Pukaboo's birthday. Thank you, Evelyn. I'm not going to start, Sean. I just want to kind of recap. Thank you, so sweet. I just want to recap. Hey, Barbie sis, Patricia, what's going on, sisters? And y'all drop Sean B's link in the chat if you're great to start a channel, you have a channel. Man, just say that. It ain't no thing, okay? One of the mods will drop your link. Hey, Chucky. Hey, Shalana. TT 80s. What's going on, sisters? You cool? Let me take y'all back to the birthday party and pay attention to who went to Monster Butt. Shannon them look well. We know they healthy in these pictures. We know Monkey See and Monkey Do is healthy in these pictures. And we know that Shannon is grown at the time that this picture's being taken. We trying to understand why Annette is running up to Jarvis. Asking him, I thought you was a part of this family. But you're doing drive-bys. Who is Pukaboo, Miss Parker? What's his name, y'all? We great players' birthday party. Pukaboo's birthday. Naziah was in the basement when Annette asked to take the bags downstairs. Jarvis appeared. Kippy, you know, that's just a question. Because once these things came up, oh, she said Porker is his name. Okay, my bad, Porker. Okay, not Pukaboo. My bad. Granny Monster almost knocked over the tape. Did she? And she said that Jarvis is family. Supposed to be family. But he's doing drive-bys. Meaning he just hitting your ass, Shannon. Your mama said he's just hitting you and moving on. Just a pumping though. My bad, y'all, about Pukaboo. I'm high, y'all, man. Don't mind me right now. I'm just up here really just talking. We just conversating. He was everybody's man in the house. So Shannon sit over her. Her slow ass is sitting in the corner. So dazed out that he showed up. We trying to figure out, is he Pukaboo daddy? Why is he here? Cause your mama say to the people in the court that he ain't never came in the house, that you always take the kids outside, but he showed up at Pukaboo's birthday party. So we like, damn, is he Pukaboo's daddy too? Even though we know he ain't Pukaboo's daddy, we know that. But he showed up as if he was Pukaboo's daddy, because why is he there? It's not his kid. It's not his kid. Yeah, he just flying in and out. That's bad when your mama confirm it. At Pukaboo's party. We had a kids party, and your mama just basically saying you're just a pumping up. Like, yeah, like, you can't just keep doing these drive-bys. We know what that means. And don't embarrass me at Pukaboo's birthday party. Like, but Shannon come through because Annette cussed the kids out. She cussed the kids out to move. She was like, "Get the fuck. Y'all Gracie for yourself. Get over there." So the kids was they done sung happy birthday. They ready for cake and cream. But Annette done knocked them out the way, cussed them out. Cause Monster Bus done showed up. You would thought Monster Bus played ball or something, like he was the nigga of the city. They almost knocked poor Pukaboo's face into the cake. And Shannon sat over till she realized it didn't monkey do. It took a long time for her to really calculate what was happening in her face. Like her mama playing in her face. Like she was like, why is mama over there talking to my baby daddy? So she done pushed the kids. Stomped her way over there and was like, looking between them. She couldn't talk for herself. She lays up with him and that. And you would think, I'm sitting back looking at this video now without the people. Because, Pukaboo's birthday party was funny at a point in time. Maybe I shouldn't have laughed, but hey, I did. It was funny. To me. But then I had to sit back and look at Pukaboo's birthday party for what it really was. And I got to thinking, why is she talking to him? Flying in and out, huh? He did paint that room. That's what Mark D said. Did I have a channel at one time? I was trying and still trying. Okay, you want your link drop? Can y'all drop Miss Sharon's link, please, moderators? Chad was Frank's last name. Nobody dropped it yet. If anybody knows Frank's last name, hey, Alma sis, what's going on, baby? Samad, Miss Dee. He did have ice cream only cake. Now he had ice cream because one of the subscribers, let me tell y'all something. I still got these messages to this day. One of the subscribers in Plea was like, now Miss Parker, Pukaboo did have ice cream. So I knew at that moment, and I ain't got no problem with you, but I knew at that moment, I was like, God damn, how invested are we? Because she zoomed in. However, and I think she is a police officer. Yeah, you are a police officer. She's a police officer, real talk. A police officer. Not there, but she's a police officer. So she gonna use her special gadgets at home, like Miss Parker and them over saying that Pukaboo didn't have ice cream. I'm gonna use my information, go in here and zoom in on the whole house. That's what she did. When we got off that live, she took her whatever she could utilize, and she typed away till she could zoom in and keep zooming in until she found ice cream. So Pukaboo did have ice cream and cake, you guys. He had a bucket of ice cream. I said, God, it wasn't that serious, but thank you. I'll correct it. And she said he had 2 balloons. 2. I can imagine her typing that to me at that time because she was like, yeah, and he had 2 balloons. Okay, my bad. Like I'm looking at my messages. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, 2 balloons. Okay. I'll correct it. She was like, no, I just wanted you to know because I'm seeing, okay. I don't think we was focused on ice cream. I really think we made that as a joke and stuff, but I don't think we was really focusing on ice cream too much versus Jarvis walking in the house and, we're trying to figure out why is he there. But I appreciate it. So you guys, he did have a bucket of ice cream, Napoleon ice cream, the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Just in case you want me to announce that it was 3 flavors. It was 2 balloons, which I think when I'm gonna show the video, you'll see the 2 strings, okay? Alright. Hey, Amy, myself. Hey, Jamila. Annette did know someone powerful in CPS because she didn't even have transportation to drop the kids off that she had adopted to the parenting time visits. What you mean the parenting time visits? I never heard of that. I think Jarvis was already in that house. Everybody did. Here's the ice cream too, ma'am. Like, and then, you know, when they was off key with the birthday party, with the song. And I don't know if that made her annoyed to where they got to get on a conversation about her strap. How she keeps her strap. But Jarvis is here at Pukaboo's birthday party. Let me find it. Let's look for ourselves. Let me see if I still got it. I got so much stuff.
Your ass up. From the time I hit the floor all day long, nana, mama. That's all. That's why I say when I get Okay, who down there? Here, get this to whoever's closest to my room. Tell them to take that to my room. Whoever's the closest. Take it to my room.
Huh?
Yeah, that purse heavy, Shiny. You have that. That purse heavy.
I know what. You stop. You stop. You know what? You all day. Hey, tell her. She had a 4-5 been heavy for years. She heavy for years. She had a 4-5 in there.
4-5 up in there.
A 4 and a 5.
1, 2, 3, go.
What I used to. Your ass up.
One thing about that, we can't forget that refrigerator, boy. I had to bring that up. Everybody thought about that refrigerator. Them kids, y'all. I stopped it because of the kids. I did. I really honestly just stopped that video because of the kids. I think I've exposed enough when it comes to the kids. As much as I want to think about Pukaboo's birthday party, we could just talk about it. Because Shank Rock digs up the evangelist. That's what made me think about Pukaboo's birthday party. The off-key happy birthday song. Happy birthday, child. Whenever I heard the birthday song, it takes me back to that. It's cringy. Then we get to Mocha and the Nola Bells. They find these pictures of little girls at this church with masks on. Right? Hey, Yana. How do you feel about her mom not making it to the sentencing? Disappointing. But who am I to, I ain't here to judge her. I ain't here to judge anybody right now. I'm just on the outside really looking in to get your ass. Hey, Miss African Queen. She's upset she couldn't get money. I want to really hear what she says today. Hey, Pretty Knee, what's going on, Bookie? I want to hear what she's really got to say for herself today, because as much as we was all watching it, it was just when Annette got up there, it really irritated me, and I didn't listen. Thank you, Big Mama, for being a member for 9 months. Frank is Body Hatchel. I want to get to that too. I thought she was going to be there too. She said she was having car problems. The person that was going to drive her. So, yeah. Thank you, Shockwave. Thank you, Big Mama. We get to this church, and these little girls have on masks, and we see Jarvis with his daughter at the same church at a father-daughter dance. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember we seen those pictures. But Mocha and her Nola Bells bought this church to us. And it was crazy because talked about it. It was specializing in Arabic and other stuff. And Jarvis on his page, if y'all go look, he said he speaks Arabic and Spanish. That was another rabbit hole because Annette goes to the church per the evangelist. Then we have the evangelist bring Kenneth out, saying Kenneth liked to take pictures of children. When Kenneth hits the panel, he says, no, actually, the evangelist always wanted me to take pictures of my nieces. We cannot forget things that were said to make you just be like, what? Or, this is not possible. This isn't real. So it opened the door up on other things. The autism guy that was functionally, per the auntie, functionally autism. But we don't want to look at him. He's just, what was all those things crawling around in the evangelist bird, baby, imperfectly. That's why I believe that Frank, for all about Jarvis' background. I'm going to get to that, Candy. So now we got the church. We remember her dad doing an interview at the church, and it's like, could this church be involved? You just did. And why is the kids got on masquerade? Do y'all remember in any of those movies? Is it Eyes Wide Shut again, you guys? The movie with Tom Cruise in it. If you know anything about those masks, why are these babies in these masks? See, that comes with being a detective. We was doing things that I thought that they would have to do, or things that would fall into their labs, because it was falling into our labs. Not easy, because you had to do your homework. Nazia's case wasn't something you could just go and listen to a live and go with that. You did your homework. Shane did his homework. Toot did our homework. Mocha, we did our homework. Sean B, everybody that's out on these panels, we did our homework. It was shit I never even bought to the platform that I had paperwork on. Wonder if the pastor was ever voiceful. Remember, they went and snatched all the pictures down of the kids. See, if y'all living by the word of the Lord, what made y'all take these pictures, these kids' pictures down, versus get a cease and desist? Or find the content creators that you felt like, or however. But they took all the kids' pictures down off the pages. And it was messing us up. We was like, damn. Then you get Uncle Daddy, his videos. Your head was over here, it was over there, it was there, it was back there, it was upstairs, it was down. Your head was all over the place. Then we get King with the toothpick from wherever he got it from. I don't know if he was in charge of sweeping the brooms before he went to court. It looked like he had a piece of broomstick in his mouth. I don't recall. Yeah. I don't recall. Like, it was so many characters. The Nay girl came out, spoke on Miss Nugget's channel. Nobody even knew about her because we didn't have the transcripts at the time. The Kippy girl that's in the transcripts. Now we'll never know. She was mentioned for a reason. Angel. Finding pictures of her, calling him a weirdo. Somebody leaving on one of the Naziah Harris groups. Jarvis was always weird. So we find a picture with Angel showing her brother and her father, saying, my brother, my father, and my weirdo. Why is everybody saying his word? His own brother said he used to be weird. His own brother said he was weird. So it made you think, really, who was these victims really having to deal with? Hey, Blended Healing, who? Because what kind of word? Because whether or not Jarvis took the plea, when the brother came out and finally spoke, it really sent your head, even though it was getting time to, let's leave it alone, per the court. But it's like, nah, y'all owe the family that has been fighting. I feel like they are owed an explanation. Miss Parker, that lady Tony that was on Kiwana's panel last night, knows a lot. Thank you. Hey, Karen B. Hey, Blended Healing. Love y'all. Hey, T-Bay. He didn't even say what kind of word. Yeah, Big Mama. The kids was at this church with their fathers in masquerade masks. Same father in Dan's church that Jarvis went to. No Sicardia, baby. But we got the brother. It was still a lot of doubt when the daughter finally did the last preliminary. And that shook the seats that Monkey Do knew. Only certain kids had on masks. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said, Big Mama, if you was at this from the beginning with some, it's still stuff before this stuff happened. So that's what I'm saying. The characters that it brought out, the autism man that we'll never know, that'll never be charged and could potentially be harming other young ladies, or, took advantage of one after Naziah. Because he was left in the community to be that he was functionally autistic. But that's neither here nor there, because then we got the daughter testifying, right? And that shook us, right? Because she's saying Shannon knew. She brought up the birthday party that was already brought to the forefront. Everybody knows the birthday party, a lot of stuff took place with Jarvis. I just dropped my email down there, Sicardia. Shannon knew for real. Even though we thought Shannon knew, and we knew Shannon knew in our hearts, we know that Shannon knew. Right? Because the daughter's confirming it, that her mother knew. I know Lavish T. I mean, I kept saying it. I was like, it didn't say that the body's got to, it never said that. But if you say that, it depends on who's saying it. And people, no, he got to find the body. You got to know how many comments I got. I was like, okay. But I do want to read some stuff. Let me read something before we, wrap it up. Because I got a couple of videos I want to show too. I want to show a couple of videos. But let me read this paperwork that came out yesterday from the court. Let me read it. Let me find this, y'all. Here we go. She had told me to read this yesterday, but let me read it today. It said this afternoon, Judge Nicholas Hathaway sentenced defendant Jarvis Butts 35 to 60 years for second-degree murder for the murder of 13-year-old Naziah Harris. He was also sentenced on 5 other criminal sexual conduct cases, all to be served concurrently in the Michigan Department of Corrections. One of the most important aspects of the plea agreement was giving Naziah Harris's family some semblance of closure. This closure of the location of her body was crucial. As a condition of his plea to the second-degree murder case, Jarvis Butts was required to give a truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris. We are satisfied with the statement he has given, said Prosecutor Kim Worthy. Okay? Hey, JJ, baby. I just knew the judge was going to step in and want to expect the deal. And we will never know if he will tell. And let me open the panel. Royal Queen, do you got time to come up, sis? It said the defendant was sentenced to count 1 of second-degree murder with a sentence agreement of 35 to 60 years in MDOC to run concurrent with his other cases. Counts 2, 3, and 4 were dismissed. He will not be eligible to apply for parole until he has served 35 years in MDOC. The statement made by the defendant about the location of Naziah's body is not being released. So they said, then listen to this real quick, y'all. They said the statement made by the defendant about the location of Naziah's body is not being released. So they said that it's not going to be released. The statement made by the defendant about the location of Naziah's body is not being released. King said on Shank's Live that the Harrises will be the ones that will know where Jarvis said her remains was. I'm just saying, if y'all go back and read what Kim Worthy has typed up, it said again, the statement made by the defendant about the location of Naziah's body is not being released. Royal Queen is saying yes, but they got her though. She's saying Royal Queen feels like they got Naziah's body. She said that to me earlier. That's why I asked her to hit the link. She did let me know. She said they do have Naziah's body, but I can't say that. So I'm gonna say allegedly. Defendant was sentenced to count 1 of second degree criminal sexual conduct with a sentence agreement of 10 years to 15 years in MDOC to run concurrently with his other cases, count 2 and 3. Hold on, yeah. I was dismissed and shit. I cannot. I don't know, you guys. So what does that mean? They have her body. I had text you to call me. Hold on, let me call him. Can you answer now? Let me see if I can get you on the phone so you can tell me. Hold on, y'all. She said, I feel like they have her remains too. No faith in the justice system. Give me a second, child. So was it ever confirmed that he said he threw it in the river before yesterday? But that's my thing. Think about it, Lily. Y'all listen, go back and read what Kim Worthy said. It's like, y'all said he threw it, he said he dumped it in Rouge River. Now y'all saying what happened to her body, it'll never be released. That's that stuff that'll make you be like, wait. Wait. How do you say that? But y'all already put that he said he dumped her body in the Rue Drivel. Hmm. Make it make sense, y'all. They said they put out in the plea agreement that he said he dumped her body in the Rue Drivel, right? This really makes me wonder if the location is this close. Is it because there are other victims there? Hmm. Who knows? That's a good question, Barbie. Then they say right here it says the statement made by the defendant about the location of Nazia's body is not being released. I'm confused about that because in his closing argument, the plea agreement, it said that he said he dumped her into the Rouge River. I thought they said the body could not live outside the body is why he's not being charged for the baby. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all what she said, which makes me think who was talking. Did Jarvis say? Because at that time he was being looked into, but they didn't name him the suspect until September of 2024, if y'all remember. I believe him, Marine. I do. Hey, Jazzy. Yeah, TT. It's not making sense. But let me say, hey, Miss Cheeks. She said Jarvis was sending them on this wild goose hunt, right? It is tomorrow. And when she said it, she said to Shankrock and Maisha and them, she said, we looked in the water. Remember, we looked in the water. And I thought about it. I said, that's mostly where they looked. Remember, they was over there in Clinton Township in the water. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, can you mute me right quick?
You want me to mute you?
Yeah.
On the live stream? Go ahead. Sis, I'm so mad about that phone call, y'all, right there. I gotta wait to talk to y'all in our own way. We're just gonna conversate later after I make that phone call to them. They were breaking down so much information and stuff and breaking it down, making it make sense, but they wanted me to mute myself. So I had to mute myself, you know what I'm saying? But they did say, let's talk about it first and then you can bring it however you bring it. And stuff because it's so much. It's a never make sense to me. None of this ever makes sense to me. I want to just kind of get into this real quick so I can get this phone call in. Y'all know I'm ready to get this tea and stuff. We already got a lot going on behind the scenes. Shout out to Alicia to get us some more information and stuff so we can bring it and do what we got to do with it and stuff and be done with it for the time being, you know. But Tamara Liberty Smith also said that, I know, Jazzy. It was T. I was ready to end the live for real life. And it was like, remember the time about the baby? And it was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, hey, let me. Because I'm going to end the live. I want to hear what she's got to say now. She's like, remember when you said about the baby and woo, 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 this is how they found out. Nah. I was like, hey, I'm live. I'm live. That was my connect. That was my connect. That was always my connect to the connect down in Detroit. People was putting their jobs on the line. And I'm forever grateful for you. I am forever grateful for you. Thank you. And the next case, I know to be careful what I put out on my platform. It does matter. It does. It really does. I can hold mine about that one. Because a lot of stuff I did say I wasn't supposed to. Okay, Miss Jazzy. I left y'all in the group call. My son called. I forgot I had a group call even started, Jazzy. So I apologize to the group call ladies. I do. Yeah, we love Naziah. And we can be disappointed for now. But I think there's a storm brewing. I do. You ever thought that people thought they can just go off into the sunset and live their best life and that's just what it is? And y'all thought y'all knew about me. We do. We do. Y'all actions have still showed that y'all just as evil than we thought. That's all it was. It was just showing us that they are just as evil. More evil than we thought. And that's why I titled this, Is There a Storm Brewing? And what did Kim Worthless have to say? Sis said this is why, and then she got on this is why they didn't say where the body was. This is why. I was like, I know, but I'm live. I'm on YouTube live. She said, can you mute? Cause I'm ready for, I would never expose my third party. I can't expose the third party because she only knew me by my channel and by my homegirl. I never met the connect face to face. And I just want the connect to know thank you. Isn't it still something y'all want to hear? It's deeper than y'all think. Some things I could say I knew. I told y'all, but get the paperwork. Read it. Thank you, Blizzard. Frank was upset with Jarvis because he put his spot and whatever they're doing on Black. Yep. Blizzard, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts exactly. I said something that Frank and them are doing, right? Something that Frank and them are doing that Jarvis has put in the spotlight. So operations had to stop. Because I keep going, why now? Because nobody even knew that we was going to get here. She said, but it was the truth, okay, Royal Queen? Come on, JJ. So you're gonna come back and talk about it later? Yeah, I am. I gotta make the phone call as soon as I end the live so we can talk. I'm surprised Kim Worthy wasn't in court for the sin. Come on, Shalana. Where her thick tongue talking ass being? Because she knew they messed up. That's my thoughts. That they messed up so much that Jarvis could have got off by some technicalities. Regardless what information they can have on the suspect, sometimes one fuck up can mess up. I don't care what kind of evidence you got on a person. That's my thoughts. That they did stuff so wrong, so much was tainted. So much stuff was tainted. She hit under, They was doing so much messed up shit. It's bigger than we know about. Thank you, Miss Gemini Baby, for being a member for 3 months. I think they knew Miss Parker. We just didn't know this was going to happen. Because all those court dates that Jarvis has, why did Frank pick this one? Yeah, did he? Annette, Shannon, and Marquita wouldn't even sit and listen to Jania's statement. Right there. What I say? They showed us how evil they showed tooting them in person. To see it in person versus sitting up on the platform, to see Janelle and Kiwana see this, to see Kenya see this, that they left. That Janiyah. And don't forget about Brooklyn. This is their blood. This is 2 of her granddaughters out of the 3. 1 didn't make it. And you ain't have no questions. She said the right lawyer sure can walk. Because they started fighting for him, Big Mama, don't forget. They trapped him. If he had a real lawyer, they would have got this case handed to their ass. Happy Friday, Mara, baby. Thank you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Frank did mess with young girls. So, okay, I missed that part. Yeah, back then he had a charge. Man, I said if Judge Shabri was there, shit would have went different. It's almost like God have a funny way of doing things. I don't know what he did it for. But a storm is brewing. Because when you think you're great, again, right off into the sunset, drink mojitos and mimosas and karma comes. Their chain of command was so tainted, you couldn't rule out a reasonable doubt to a jury, and also incriminated others, which is what Frank is upset about. So tainted. It was, Sanji. It was very tainted. Very tainted. Royal Queen said Kim is in some shit. She's walking on a thin line. God is waking the world up. My fault for yesterday. I missed the lies. It's okay, Renee. They was crying, but those pockets was really hurting. Look, all the money she was bringing in to now. I know she's sick and they can forget work and they will always be remembered. Lavishy, yes, exactly why I was shocked. He took that plea deal. They made sure his case got a certain judge too. They was light on, Yes, I said the same thing about Judge Sabri, most definitely would. Everybody. Because now I'm thinking, why did they really take her off the case? Why did they take her off this case? Because I'm sure no judge would like, a man like this coming in front of them and with those kind of behaviors and would just be as calm as Judge Hathaway. Judge Hathaway had me like this a while back, like, did the defense get all their stuff out? Like, but then I was like, maybe he's just making sure. Maybe he's just making sure that everybody's T's is crossed, everybody's I's is dotted. Maybe. And then I just seen what I seen. She said, Ms. Parker, I really believe that this was planned. They had no intentions of Jarvis to go to trial because they knew some people had doubts and knew it was Shannon. It would have been a hung jury. Kamisha. How many of y'all believe what Kamisha? Agree with what she just said? They had no intention of Jarvis going to trial because they knew some people had doubts and knew it was Shannon. It would have been a hung jury. Why is it a secret about where Naziah's body is? Come on, Leslie. Why is that a secret? Why is it a secret now? That's a good question, Leslie. Because I thought y'all said he dumped in River Rouge, was? Y'all said that's where his phone was pinging. Do you be paying attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth, Kim Worthless? I'm just curious. Because you wrote up this paper. This got your name on it. You wrote this up. You could yet come to the scenes to say anything. Because your last statement was others will be charged down the road. Good question, Leslie. No comfort or consoling for her granddaughters. No consoling from Shannon or Marquis either. It's and it's their children. So we see they don't give a fuck and didn't care when the children told their mothers. Hey Reba, what's going on? I know, Jamila, it's hard. She was messy. She showed emotions in the end. Dog, that would have took her somewhere because she would have walked the dog shit. Man, Deborah, that man, I'm telling y'all, she would have made history. Judge Sabri would have made history. I guarantee you guys. Judge Sabri would have made history because I bet you changes, laws, everything would have been passed long time ago. Because that's what we needed. We don't need emotions, but it's understanding. And I'm not saying that Judge Hathaway didn't understand yesterday. It's understanding the culture of things too. And sometimes to me, and this is not a racial thing, y'all can't make people, there's no way of learning that. You cannot teach what Black people have been through. You can show us per textbook, per film. Just like can't nobody train me to be privilegedly white, but still be where I am, just teaching me. There's etiquette classes. But just when I thought things was being strategic, yeah, she was. She was. That's when you knew too. When she accepted that deal for him, because no. But they haven't been the ones even setting laws to be changed. It has been Kenya and Roxy over here, Janelle and Kiwana over there. So they just really, again, showing us it's like deja vu. Just with a little mix up of stuff now. Jarvis taking the plea, us not going to trial. But their actions are allowed. We hear you, we see you. I get it. I'm from Detroit. Hathaway used to be a good lawyer. He's been around for years. They said, I agree. Because she's alive. And they also said that auntie moved that body again, too. Maybe it's on somebody's property. that has political ties. I really wish behind the scenes why really Jarvis took the plea deal and didn't take it to trap. Frank was not making his fortune off car repairs. Listen to what he said. He knew many children were dropped off. Come on, let's go, Sanji. He knew many children were being dropped off, but stopped short of why now he's so upset. Tied the missing information together. Let's go, Sanji. You've seen this, but now that everything is said and done, you come forward and talk to some strangers and say, yeah, all kind of kids used to get dropped off over there, but I didn't know. Why this court date? Why now? This aggression after 2 years. Notice how Shannon starts every conversation about Jarvis with I met Jarvis every time. Every time. Every time. You said Janiyah is not the firstborn. They probably walked by right by her like them clothes. Thank you, Perez. And that was only worried about her finances. JJ said Janiyah is not the firstborn between Jarvis and Shannon. Child. There's always peace before the storm. Annette put on her best hair in acting. It's called cultural competency. That's what I'm talking about. The mask and the girls Frank knows about. I don't like how some judges seem not to react to shit accordingly. It makes me think about them ESP, the Epstein files. People sit, Hey, Veronica. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, y'all. Let me go through these comments real quick. I'm sorry. She said, think about what Big Mouth Narcissist Annette talked about. Her money has been affected. Interesting impact statement, don't you think? Let's go, Sanji, with them gems. Let's go. Because it would look like we're just going to think about some checks. To me, it was bigger than that, Sanji. Hell of an impact statement, Sanji. We going to listen to it together. Who just let her kids be at the shop? Let's go. Nobody lets their kids keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. And Frank with the kids wasn't allowed to go to the shops, but everybody else could. Yeah, Big Mama. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Thank you. Hey, Chrissy Cakes. I hope that wasn't her best wig. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, Sean. That wig was so stiff. I said it looked like she sprayed spritz in it, baby. Let's get to this first one, y'all. Let's get through it together. Let's go ahead and get Timu wig. Let's go ahead and get Timu wig going. I think this the one. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Does not matter to me what order they go. Just indicate which docket number they will be addressing the court on, okay?
Yes, Judge.
And whenever you're ready.
I believe first we will have Ms. Annette Harris.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
So if you are going to be addressing the court here today, you're going to come right through the center door, and you're going to go to the side of the courtroom nearest the prosecutor's table there, and you're going to have a seat in this chair directly next to me, and then I'll explain some ground rules to you before you can speak.
And Judge, for the record, that's going to be on case ending in 218.
218, thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
I can't. It reminds me of Oprah Winfrey in The Color Purple when Sophia home now and she's just rocking back and forth laughing. It's giving me that. I don't know why, but Sophia came back with that limp. Thank you, Pisces Vibe. Thank you, baby. Thank you, my African queen. Thank you. It did. It just gives me that. It gives me that. You know what I'm saying? Sophia home now. I'm just like I could just see her rocking back and forth. It gave me that vibe, and I was like, "Fuck!" Instantly, like when I seen her, I was like, "Thank you, Miss Sean B. Thank you." She said, "I just act like fuck, like here she go and shit." Let's just get into it though. It was the limp for me though. I must say it was the limp. Like, was she gonna put that in her impact statement as well? We just didn't get into it.
I just want to say anything. You said illuminated device in front of you. Yes, that's a microphone. It's also a recording device. And I see that you have a written copy of the statement. Okay. So when you are done, if you could just provide a copy of that, perhaps to the prosecutor's office, so we can make a copy of that. Okay.
Not she used the Social Security envelope. The envelope already being used. She done put her statement down in there and act like she done ripped the envelope open and shit. Oh, Sean B, absolutely. I think it's where you can go commit crimes and everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. What is given, But she takes the Social Security envelope in her, y'all, in her hand, act like she done written down some stuff, sealed it, and opening it back up. Thank you, Samai. You know what I'm saying? We know, girl, I don't know what the letter consists of, but that's what that was. Thank you, Goddess, for being a member for 10 months. Thank you, Sissy, for keeping your jacket for that long and stuff. But I ain't got to write nothing down. Even when you're speaking at a wedding, when it's genuine and you are really happy for that couple and you are embracing this union, that comes from the heart. Okay, you're right. She already grabbed the Kleenex, y'all. Y'all got to pay attention to her. She had already grabbed the Kleenex before she even got started. Okay, I wrote down when I was going to cry. Okay, cry. Okay, that's okay. Third row, I cried. Okay, no, first row. After each word, certain sentences, she said, cry. I can't sleep without you. I can't talk to you anymore. I can't. Wait a minute. Wait. Is you crying? I know how we cut and cry. I'm trying to understand the cut and the cry. And when you I can't eat the way I want to. I can't think without you. I can't, wait a minute. Now I don't know who told your ass to write that, but y'all was dead ass wrong. The people wasn't believing it anyway. Without the we didn't need it. She didn't even cry the first time before shit was getting real. What Hassan and Veronica, the family and all of us has to put our thinking caps on to get these laws changed. Thank you, Big Mama, baby. Thank you. And when I found out, I said no. It was 2 pages. But when Shannon got to arguing, and once she realized it was Shannon, when they got that camera back on, camera guy was yesterday was awesome. He wanted to medal, but at the same time, get back to the gritty. She did it just like she did Judge Sabri that day. She seen the camera look at her. She was like, Shan, what the fuck? She looked at the camera. Yeah, girl. You didn't think that camera was going to swing back your way, shorty, did you? But it did. It swung back her way, shorty. Judge Halfway to me was just over it. It was just let's get into it though. Let y'all see for yourself.
And then you can sit or stand, however you would like to do it. Just make sure that you're keeping your voice nice and loud and clear for us. If you could just first state and spell your name.
And then here's ANNETTEHARRIS.
Thank you, ma'am. And there are clinics there if needed.
How you spell your name, ma'am? A-N-N-E-T-T-E. Oh, okay. 2 pages. How the fuck was you crying spelling your name and then 2 pages? Bitch, wait, what? You crying spelling your name. A-N-N-E-T-T-E. And then turn and look at your pages and go, okay. You was just about to cry. They'd put me out. Because I'd have been in there, even if somebody that I didn't know was sitting beside me, I'd be like, what? Looking around everybody in the courtroom. Laughing to myself like, because this ain't real, right? Hey, TT, thank you, sissy. With that dream girl looking wig on, baby. They was in there sweeping up weave hair for days, baby. You dropped all kind of. Baby, you teased it too much. I don't know if she sprayed spritz on it because it didn't move, just the front. Marking them, yeah, that's that new look. That's that 2026. Let me puff it up a little bit. Let me puff it up a little bit in the back for you. Yeah, that's that new look. That's that messy hair look. Yeah, don't say. They told you all wrong. That's that messy hair look. Yeah, mom, let me puff your wig up in the back, spray a little spritz on. Thinking it's oil, she know when there and spray hairspray all over you. She got you stiffer than a lion's nap. I'm just saying. Please remember that what she says will be considered when he's up for parole or any early release consideration. Listen, knowing that. Then tell me what you heard. What's going on, Madam Oracle? Girl, Madam Oracle, we watching now, child. Look out, she grabbed the tissue. Quick. Ain't a tear down her cheek.
To the Honorable Judge Nicholas John Halfway.
Thank you, Deborah, for being a little performance.
In the Wayne County Circuit Court. Good morning. I would like to thank the court for giving me the opportunity to speak as I stand here before you to address the concerns that me and my family have. It has been 2 years and 2 months since I reported this I am missing. I want you to know that my life will never be the same. My family's life will never be the same. Without
What happened to your tissue and now you baby, when I say wait, y'all. Hey, thank you, Deborah, sis. Baby, you forgot your tissue. You dropped it. You lost your script. You're supposed to keep your tissue in your hands so you don't have to use the sleeve of your I don't know where your tissue went. You got it in the wrong hand, baby. See, when you playing a script, when you acting, you forget your props and you picked up your prop before you even started reading. You picked up your prop and you got your prop in the wrong hand. It's with the paper, baby. So you don't have to wipe snot and shit that's not there, that's supposed to be there on your sweater. You know what I'm saying? You know you got those sweaters in all colors. If y'all go look, every time we look up, she's in one of these long things. Even at her birthday party, like, goddamn, who told her that was the it style? I don't know. It has nothing to do with Nazaya. So let me move on past her fashion sin. But you got your tissue in the wrong hand. You know. We just watched her fake cry, but if she was crying, wipe the snot on her sweater. But she got tissue in her hand before she started reading. She snapped. So she had cried at the first sentence. It had cried before you start reading. That's what she wrote on her paper. Cry before you start reading. And that's why she had to look down her paper. Okay. Tissue. See, your squeals are a little too high pitched. If you would have came in with a lower pitch, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, sister. If you would have lowered your pitch, just the you would have, you know what I'm saying, took the Prince out of it, brought it down to a Michael Jackson, that squeak, less masculine, but I think you would have got it, but you went in there a little bit over scripted, if I must say. But that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? She did a run through the night before Chad. She definitely did a run through. She said all night.
And every day that I wake up with her, I wake up feeling depressed. It's another day. I can't tell her that because her life was. I can't tell her that because of her. I just cannot express me and my family. And love desire. This has impacted my life and my family's life. There are days when I can't, when I don't want to get out of bed. I wake up really.
Then you go to the casino, they got pictures of you at that casino. And you got to stop in line there. Y'all out of the woods now and that for them. Y'all good. You were just in that casino. You know them people got pictures. Everywhere y'all go, people take pictures. They take pictures because they're disgusted. They're trying to get understanding, gain understanding of how y'all out here. That's definitely the same weed. Bringing one crying a tear. Everybody that went to court said there wasn't a tear on her face. But what we're trying to say is that when people take pictures of you, they're trying to gain understanding of how y'all out living your best life, but wasn't searching for Nazaya. How you went out there looking for Flowers' dog. You went out there in the streets of Detroit. Jesse! Jesse! There he is. Get your motherfucking ass. Get in the car. God damn it, I've been hearing Florentino's mouth all night about you. Just get in here and shut up. But you never had that passion for your granddaughter. See, if y'all had acted this way at the beginning, and like I said, take a little bit out of it, people would probably look a little different in a different direction. I from Jersey City, New Jersey. Hasana. I like Jersey, by the way. Me and Shank was thinking about moving to Jersey. But y'all didn't. You looked high above, and you know what I'm saying? Even the preliminary transcripts are messed up where you was looking high and below. They didn't know what to type. That's why it's all these blanks in the transcripts, because she was like, who's up there? Miss Parker. You asked her, did she see Jarvis Buds, and she's looking up there. So I didn't know if I should type, look, don't write nothing. Okay, just blank it out. I mean, I go back through the preliminary all the time to see why they took that out. Because all the confusion in the courtroom, the looking for him and shit, you didn't see Jarvis. You still don't see him as he's directly in front of you today. And you looked up not one time to give this murdering asshole that took the life of your granddaughter, sexually assaulted her numerous of times in your home. And you didn't look at him with venom or nothing. You didn't look at him at all. Thank you, Ms. V. Didn't look at him at all. I couldn't if I knew his secrets. I couldn't look at him either. If I knew that he let me off, I'm getting off.
I don't want to talk to anybody, to anyone. To do the basic everyday things that I miss, I'm sorry. I don't want to get out of bed. I wake up feeling depressed. I don't want to talk to anyone. Just getting out of bed to do the basic everyday things that I need to get done. This has affected my health. I am seeing more than one doctor about my health, including seeing the therapist. I don't feel safe in my home.
You felt safe when you was letting Charles handle his business with your daughter. Even that wasn't safe, but you felt safe. You felt safe many a night. You felt safe under your roof the night Naziah went missing, and you said you went home and slept safe in your bed. You went and sat down safely and comfortably in your home while your granddaughter was gone and missing in the dead of the wintertime. You were safe then, everything was safe then. Your health, hell, you was eating filet mignon, Tommy Hawk steaks while the kids was eating butter and pasta. Miss Parker, I came with you today. I'm on the bed on the floor. Thank you, Butterfly Empress. It is Blizzard. It is. Hi, Nikisha, baby. She pimped out every child. And the fact that you can't get your hands on children right now, you're affected. You couldn't even raise your granddaughter properly. Yet you're here crying because you want children in your household, because for real, you're sick too. She's also a victim of sexual assault. But everybody don't get the help that they need. So it won't be a generational curse. The all cowards, they all held their heads down, cowering with themselves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She said that's why she's crying the children. The money train has stopped. Mm-hmm. This didn't just affect Frank. This affected her. My health. What? No more food stamps? Are they getting you for that too? Collecting checks, calculating. All that income gone. I know how that could affect you. Getting money for children. Only to treat them like shit. That's who paid your way, Naziah. Vari. Those foster kids. You abused the system and you abused those children. Those children said that she was very abusive toward them. Thank you, Tracy. Those same children said you was very abusive toward them. And they're not even your blood to abuse. Those are children of parents who have it hard, who fell on hard times, who's trying to figure it out to fight this wicked ass system. Call the CPS to get their children back for nothing. All but for them to fall in the hands of monsters like this. A lot of these kids don't even have it as bad as the monsters' hands that they get placed in. You felt safe in those homes amongst predators most of your life because that's what you endured. So the day your husband and you realized your husband was touching your child, you turned a blind eye. To keep him around like your daughter did Jarvis, you was okay with it. You accepted it. To where you was approaching your own blood to let Charles have his way. Say, can't make this shit up. I swear you can't. You can't.
My address and my phone number has been put on social media. People have been and my family following me in my car. Pictures posted. Setting up GoFundMe raises in Naziah's name, but not my.
Those things wouldn't even be in my closing arguments, my victims impact. So in essence, let's go, Sanji. So in essence, she told the court that Jarvis Butts disrupted an established system of child harming and endangerment, and he eliminated one of her best earners. He stopped the money train. Damn, Sanji, damn. Damn. Yes, Chantrell, she gets that money. Damn. Sanji, stop. Pay attention to what's been said. Sanji said, so in essence, she's telling the court that Jarvis Butts disrupted an established system of child harming and endangerment, and he eliminated one of her best earners. He stopped the money train. Thank you, Valerie. Yes, she was, Valerie. I said I wasn't going to roll up today, but damn it, I'm about to now. So, dude, that means she gets, yeah. I hope that never get enough. I know, T-Bay. They cutting that money off because she was getting all them checks after Naziah was reported missing. So do that mean, yeah, she gets to get it. Her statement was all about, yeah, she mad about that money for sure. I'm just saying, she got to pay that money back. She will never adopt again. It it was all good for the goose. When the goose was sitting high and mighty, the matriarch of the family, the matriarch of the family, let me correct my word, was sitting high and mighty, abusing kids, cussing kids out. Christian by morning, demon by night. She said the kid she adopted, the birth mother, got her rights taken by default during COVID. The system is corrupted and wicked. They kept these babies she adopted in her care, even though they knew in that. Not sad to say that I hope she was some slow breathing. Was it told? Marquita had disclosed, told me that Annette got an insurance policy on Desire. Yeah, she can't, Deborah. She wasn't even supposed to be adopting kids in the first place. Whereas justice, anytime any kind of social work, unless she got that expunged off her record, but all the years that social work had been caught on her, I bet not see her with a female pup. I'm calling animal control. Sharon said I'm calling shit.
My prevention. This has also affected me financially. But I don't know. I'm sorry.
Take your time, man.
You wasn't working, ma'am. You was collecting their money for them. Of course, the money is for you to pay the bills, to keep a roof over their head, utilities on, and things like that. But that was for them. What hurt her financially? Because that was anything you was getting was for children. And of course, Charles's Social Security, or all 1,000 husbands you had. I mean, hell, I can't keep up with you. Have more husbands than you got kids. Crazy work. Thank you, Valerie says. Didn't the weirdo evangelist mention an insurance policy too, if I remember right? Child, Jennifer. And who knows, Jennifer? But hell, he got evicted and shit, so hell, you still keeping him with insurance? Any evictions? I don't know. It's possible. I'm just like, why she's doing all this BS the first time. It would. That's what I said, Nikisha. It would have been more if we would have seen this from her. You can't go from 2 years ago. I mean, a year and 2 months ago, you was just sitting there looking up in the attic for Jarvis. Y'all never even mentioned Jarvis's name at the preliminary. You never even mentioned his name at the police when y'all accused your own grandson and your own daughter of saying they had something to do with this. Okay, Chucky, I'm just saying. She was a supplier of children. Thanka Epstein and Galani Maxwell. They had trained Isaiah to get and keep happy, repeat customers. Her body language is revealing a lot of truths. Chantel said, I thought she ran a tight shift. She did. Of what right there, the supply of children, she ran a real tight shift. Yeah, she was looking in the attic. She didn't cry one time. What did Judge Sabrina? Y'all took a note out of Judge Surprise. You know what I'm saying? Closing arguments. Annette, did you? Y'all showed no emotions. We got to show emotions. We can't have them going back, and because now we don't know if they're going to try to bring charges against us. So you didn't tell them. Y'all should have just acted natural. Be y'all old natural. Don't give a fuck selves. Yeah, Chrissy. That's all it was doing. That's exactly what was going on. I keep saying this was a because I noticed how, don't forget, Shannon Jones was asked that question by Jarvis, but attorneys. And she said, we're looking into that. And they skipped right over it. See, it was specific things like that was captivating to me. Like, why are we skipping past that? Why are we skipping past the fact that Jarvis Butt's daughter sat here and testified that she knew he was a suspect before he was ever named one? What is happening? That she knew about Jarvis messing with Naziah before he got locked up. What is happening? Somebody was talking outside of that home to where it got across town to one of his daughters. But hey, doesn't matter, right? Per Judge Hathaway and, Kim Worthless. Just throwing stuff out there that happened. God. Child. I couldn't be in that courtroom. That's why I say the people that was there did so good. Hey, Dominique. And come up dry as cotton at the face. Ain't no way. Y'all don't hear this shit. Her face comes up dry as cotton, and all I hear is. Let me go back. Let me let y'all hear it too. Make sure I ain't hearing it by myself.
And this has also affected me financially.
Well, she said they took a picture of her car, so she wants the court to get her a new car and cut her a check.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. You
take your time now.
This is when shit got real. I'm sorry. Wait, bitch. We in there sorry for you. We supposed to be. This understandable because you done lost your granddaughter. When you apologizing for? Oh. She stopped dead in me. I'm sorry. The way you was crying, words couldn't even. That's how you get that frog in your throat. Words ain't supposed to. Guys, I couldn't. Yeah. Words get caught in your throat when you crying like that. The judge understands. That's why he called your ass, your funky ass, to say, do you want to accept this plea? That you were so happy and readily because you thought you was going to get foster kids again. You thought that this generational curse would be able to continue. You have nobody in the household to abuse but Jesse and Flower right now. Flower's in the basement versus being in the attic. Where I feel like Charles had him many nights, but allegedly, just me, not y'all, me. You want to keep this generational curse going because you haven't changed. You got worse. And this is showing it. Exactly, Chantrell. Man, I wish Judge Shabri was over it too. Unfortunately. I got you, son. Where the tissue, y'all? Just get up at this point. Yeah. Yeah. How the girl supposed to understand you sit here? Yeah. Who wants to? I couldn't have been in there. Yeah, Dominique, I could not have been in there. You just in the woman's face. Baby, I'm talking about I'd have been cutting up. This was her GoFundMe audition tape. Child, from who? From who? The girl gave her the water. She's looking at it now. Look at it, y'all. She's like, you still got 4 more pages to read, Miss Annette. Y'all want to read these? You got... That's how she's doing it there. Like, she's trying to make what she's saying through the acting. But you got 3 more pages. You don't want to read these? Miss Annette, you all right? Oh, but you got 4 more pages. Look at it. Look at the video, y'all. She got... She ain't got the tissue to all of that. Ain't no tissue to the face. You ain't even wiped it with your sweater again. With your good, nasty acting ass. I'm better than you in switching lanes, baby. I wouldn't even want it for an episode. Where's the tissue? The girl Gray give her the tissue and she said, Annette, you got about 4 more pages left to read. Are you gonna make it? Or do you want... I bought you a Stanley water too. It's cup. Yeah, this Stanley cup has water. You all right, Annette? And that's going... I'd have been in court like, hey, say, man, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'd been talking about me on their lives today, like, Miss Parker and all the motherfucking interruptions she had to do. Yeah, I would have. I probably say, hey, man, say, ain't nobody else gonna clap. This ain't up before. Be quiet. No, I'm the only one in here to see this shit. Like, I couldn't be in there with nobody. Yeah, Royal Queen. That's why she turned around and told King to shut the fuck up. She needed to help Mommy Dearest. See, Shannon's lines 4 and 5 didn't say Mom was gonna perform that line. We all had a script. That's why Marquita went up first saying the same thing her mama said, just a little different. See, when you slow like they are, you write the same shit. You just, no, let yours say. And it was going, God damn it. No, listen to what I'm telling you. I said, okay. I put on the top of mine, God damn it. Turn your phone on Do Not Disturb. Get on Plenty of Fish later. God damn it. Now, she done told Shannon them get on Plenty of Fish later because they writing their victim impact statements together. And their phones are going off. God damn it. Put the motherfucking phone on. God damn it. Plenty of Fish can wait. Hurt. God damn it. Let me tell you. So mine say, cry first. So I'm going to cry first and I'm going to mention Nazaya. But see, in order for us to get paid, I'm going to have to put in our financial. Put in there, you Marquita, just write the fuck down that you was homeless. God damn it. It affected you. It affected all of us. Put it down. Now, this is what they told us to write if we want the people to get off our backs. What? I'd have been out of there. I had been out of there. The woman trying to talk to Annette. The girl don't know she want to finish reading pages 4 4 and 5, or are you done? Do you want me to get you some tissue? You don't want this water? Miss Inez, let me let y'all see this again. Y'all just tell me if I'm tripping. I could be tripping. I don't know. And the paper look empty to me. I don't see nothing on it, but I could be wrong. I don't see nothing. That's typed up. Oh, somebody definitely did that for them. I see the type for them. That's two, Papa.
Please remain quiet. Quiet in the court.
Shut the fuck up.
Right, an additional reminder, if you're going to have difficulty controlling yourself, now would be a good time to leave.
Sir, can you suggest that? Ma'am.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Here, monster.
Monkey didn't even get to solve her banana. Look, y'all ain't got a piece of tissue, ain't nothing off her face. Y'all look at her face is dry.
Very good. Return you. Just make these.
Don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me today. Yeah, that was Shannon. And Kenya getting into it at that moment. Shannon put on the scene at the right time with Kenya. It got a deflection, so her mom couldn't. Hey Sharon, what's going on, love? It couldn't be a better timing for Annette and her Lion King wig. It was perfect timing. Cause I was sick of hearing it. It was like I don't know if she was even singing a song with the shit. It almost sounded harmonic and definitely on time. She had Mr. Makepeace them going over there with they good, young, funky, corrupted asses. That's how they get y'all, Mr. Makepeace. They get you in there young. Y'all under a old Al. Y'all know that old Al that was in what's it called? With the little mouse, American Tail. You remember that old ass mean looking Al she had the face at the end? That's Kim Worthless. Old hag. That's why the judge told her return to the seat. What did we get out? Your finances. You're hurting money-wise. She said she was locked in her bedroom, remember? The flow of traffic was left to Monkey Do. Do is dumb. Do who is dumb. Let's just say it. Nazaya kept order. Kept the grades up and was a good mask because she was pretty. That pissed me off. She was better coming in with absolutely such a Virgo. I wouldn't take her serious in that city party week, man. Party city week, child. Her eyes didn't see. Come on, T-Bay, all of that. All of that, you killing me, man, in my heart, Kelly voice. Just saying. All about the money, nothing about the baby. Shaking my head. Let's get into it.
Judge. I'm gonna go where I remember her sobbing. Financially, and people doing podcast shows, emailing me, people that I don't know coming to very painful for what me and my family have. This deserves attention, awareness to other families, and that would be the conclusion of the statement. And that
didn't say
provided to my office and that she was reading on the.
She didn't say, listen to that, y'all. She didn't say awareness for her granddaughter needed to be raised. She said awareness for the harassment of her family. It needs to be awareness raised for that. Y'all didn't hear what she said? Because he finished reading it. Awareness needs to be made of what me and my family has endured because of this. What? You know, Shannon could have given permission to come back and to give her statement. She also could have had another family member read her statement for giving her daughter was also a victim. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Sanji. All right, Kiki, y'all. Kiki had a baby girl, a beautiful baby girl. Y'all say congratulations to my sister Kiki. And she also has a registry, you guys. If you guys would like to buy this little beautiful bundle, anything, I'm not begging for it, just letting you know. Kiki, if you would like to drop your registry and stuff like that, if y'all want to get some gloves, hats, socks, diapers, anything, I know it would help her as a mother. Okay, Shannon wasn't going to fight to be heard. That's her man. Sanji, Shannon wasn't even going to fight to be heard. She said no. She said Sanji wasn't even done with her statement. She was just writing it during court. Writing in court, y'all. Come on. Nope, lady wasn't there. Lady wasn't there. Shannon exactly knew what she was doing. She was going to say, Ain't no telling what she really wanted to say to Jarvis's ass that didn't have nothing to do with Naziah. She really wanted to make it about her too. Who the fuck has got to write a statement? Period. I know what I want to say to him. I know what I've been wanting to say to him for 2 years. 2. I don't have to write anything down. Nobody has to tell me what to write down. I know exactly what I want to say to this monster. It spoke volumes when she didn't. Matter of fact, they said y'all all read statements. We're going to see Marquita come up with hers as well.
Microphone and a recording device. Just try to direct your voice.
My name is Marquita Harris, M-A-R-K-E-T-T-A. Last name Harris, H-A-R-R-I-S.
Thank you. And ma'am, you also have a prepared statement?
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind just providing a copy to the prosecutor's office for the court file following the hearing today, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single note?
We can't forget this face because this is the same face of the person that sat up on Shank Rock's panel and said, who? You could never catch me working at that mechanic place. Who? The same face that allegedly told her daughter, well, you shouldn't have gotten a call with him. He ain't your daddy anyway. The same face that you didn't have nothing to do with it. You didn't have to throw your mom them under the bus, but your honest opinion and feelings and transparency. Miss V, out of there. Time warp, you know, she needs to take that shirt off of them and them pants, child. Let's get into her financial hardships that Nazia's death caused them. Not what happened to my niece, the financial hardships.
It has been 2 years, 2 months, 3 days since we heard, seen, or even physically touched Nazia.
See, Annette started off, I told you, getting a story straight. Annette's was 2 months, 2 years, 2 months. Hers is 2 years, 2 months, and 3 days. Shannon's impact statement: I lost my baby daddy, Jarvis, but you ruined our cute family. It was supposed to go like we planned, but will you still call me every day? Man, say.
This has tremendously affected my family and I mentally, physically, and emotionally. Since this case started, we have been physically assaulted in public, cyberbullied, harassed, stalked, and so much more. I became homeless, lost several jobs.
What about your daughter? What about your daughter who's still affected to this day? Who needs therapy? Who has nightmares, wakes up screaming at night? Where is the kids at? Where about the kids that's been affected by this monster? Everything that they're saying is about them. Sorry, Karen. And those are the advocacy people that have to go up there, to the impact statement people. They say they get paid to go up there and comfort them. She said, I knew it wasn't genuine when she didn't say what he did to her own daughter and how that has impacted her. But she's up there talking about evictions. Like, girl, what the fuck? Let's go perfectly. She is talking about everything but hasn't said nothing about Brooklyn. This affected your daughter. You went, you worked, you did go to work, you was the working one, but still the food stamps and everything else. Because see, when you laying on your back and you can get on plenty of fish, if you can't give me somewhere to lay, I'm not here to play. Because where we, you know, as grown women, we are being susceptible to lay anywhere, parks, cars, and no. Whatever. Whenever that time is, I'm thinking about apartment. This is how much my time is. How much an apartment is worth. Ain't no laying up or nothing. How did Nazia passing got to do with you maintaining a roof over your head? The lies y'all have told have caught up with you guys, and people aren't respecting it or you. So she's been crying because her life got hard. That auntie ain't no protector. Her whole family, they saw the signs and let this happen. They should have thought about those statements because that was trash. She lost up custody of her daughter forever. She could care less than nothing about those children. Accountability is foreign word to them hoes. She said yes perfectly. Hey, Miss Lady B. And that girl, welcome. She said temporarily. Now, one of them spoke on what it may have affected the kids only. Let's go, Chrissy. Only themselves. And when you say temporarily, Chantel, what happened? Explain. So, yeah, you're blaming Nazia for all your misery. Got it. But what about your daughter, ma'am? They neither, and notice again, another one ain't looked the monster in his face, but Janiyah did. Janiyah did. Tiwana did. But where it started, they can't look up. Thank you, that girl. They can't look at Jarvis. I would have made his neck hurt. His head would have kept leaning and leaning. My looks would have killed him. That's all I know. My looks would have killed him. But we ain't looking at Jarvis.
My life, my family life, will never be the same as you. You have taken something so precious from us that we'll never give back. Every morning, every day, every month, and every dollar, I have to remind myself that my desire isn't coming back. Our life will never be the same again. Justice is deserved. You're still able to live. You're still able to get health care. You're still able to breathe without any remorse. You are an habitual serial predator. You have taken my kid's favorite cousin. You have taken my first daughter before I had my own. I hate you. I was nothing but the worst for you. I despise you. My children were removed from my care temporarily because of you. My children's behavior has changed because of you. You have gave the world.
But say why? They wasn't taken from you because of Naziah. She was a victim of the monster. Exactly, Takesha. Why didn't she mention how it affected her daughter? My children were taken away because of you. No, your children was taken away because of you. Your children were taken away because you knew like your twin knew. See, Monkey C is a reflection of her mother and her sister. Monkey Do told the predator it was okay. He deserved a second chance. He deserved to be a predator and come into a home where your daughter resided, your son resided, you was residing, and so much more. And you knew because y'all talked about it. You knew exactly who he was. So we're not going to blame Jarvis now. Children removed for lack of protection from him. She said that's what she said about her kids being removed from her temporarily. Yes, she's reading Shannon's statement. Didn't even say that with conviction, girl, by Annette talking about the GoFundMe that they didn't ask her permission. Girl, there are some narcissist people. It was the Johnny Gill show. My. Takesha, come on, man. She's guilty as her sister and the monster. They have such a sick twin bond. They don't allow any relationship to surpass their sick commitment to each other. I wonder if they are incestuous because this looks like it, in my opinion. The selfishness here is astonishing. Yes. Oh, Sanji. It is, Dominique. It is. I will never forget how they said Naziah ran away. It could change if you would have ended up info with slow-mo. Her children were taken away because they weren't protected. And once they left that house, those kids were able to speak freely. Man, makes me cringe talking about society can give them a second chance. Then why can't she say that bitch? I want to fight when I cry about these babies. Hey, April. Dolores said truth. She said, I'm surprised they never got charged. And when did she become a stud? Child, Takesha, stop it. Just give me that Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying? Set it out vibes. Hey, Pretty Chucko, what's going on, Bookie? Y'all make sure y'all check out my good friend, Pretty Chucko, okay? Her lives have been amazing. She does the morning live, so if you're up, getting ready for work, or ready to get off, it's good to catch her motivation morning live, where she talks about trending topics, world news, and everything, a little bit of everything. And them lawyers printed that out for them to read because Annette has hers in an envelope that she ripped open talking about her honorable judge. Girl, they don't like that. Yeah. She said the homeless can't find a job. That's Marquita's words. Child, if y'all can drop Pretty Trucker's link. Thank you, Samad. The lies at the beginning, I definitely haven't forgotten. Some facts, I won't put that past them. She was always a stud. Child, I'm sitting here looking like, damn, she never got on the suit. Takesha, I ain't mess with you. I'm not mess with you. I swear, as soon as I saw my first thought was a stud, child. Could be.
A whole story to talk about, but today we're here to tell you how this made us feel.
Right there. Where's the
Justice has never been
8
served. Going back to the house when Desire lived doesn't feel the same anymore. I don't sleep at all anymore. I recommend that the court give him the electric chair if that's what Michigan, if we had a life for a life. We will never know her last words.
You know she don't know it because look. Pause. What was I? Oh. We will never know her last words. Girl, this is this is crazy work. When y'all go back, when Annette turns that paper, look how good it's printed up. Somebody wrote that. Slow-mo when Annette's reading and she shifts that paper. It is so neatly. It's crazy and sad, girl, because what's going on is too much. I'm going to bet they have been together inappropriately at a very young age, which cemented their vow of secrecy. And also why both had Jarvis butts with no issues raised. All tucked in looking like sausage. Karen, stop it. If she didn't get them kids back, them kids are going to give them hell. Let's pray she don't get them back. Let's finish hearing about how this has affected her versus her daughter.
You will never know if she suffered in pain. I can't really say or express how I really feel to this whole tragic situation. Since January 9th, 2024 will be the day I'll never forget, the day that I got the call that she never came back home.
The comments, by the way, are hell. They said, girl, you going straight to the Dropbox to send that paper to him when it's over. No accountability that her daughter told her about Jarvis. Why is all we hearing is about them? Where's Nazia's justice? They said, you don't even believe your own child. Fake cries. God isn't done with you yet. Why can they even speak like it's not their fault? Hush your lying lips. You hate him that bad. You had 5 kids with him. Get off the stand, man. The comments were commenting.
I never live with myself.
Thank you, pretty Chuck.
I never been able to hear her voice. I never been able to physically touch her. I never been able to see her smile. I never been able to.
Y'all want to think about that during Lemon Drop Gate? Now, not one of y'all thought about it during Lemon Drop Gate. I got the screen up here, y'all. I can't seem to get off. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get this screen off. Yeah, they didn't say nothing during Lemon Drop Gate, did they? Not one thing. They didn't act like that during Lemon Drop Gate. She said, why didn't she check the park? She said, I'm not listening to what they are saying. It's what they are not saying and what they indicate as important, life-altering information. Not a death of a child, not the harm of a child, their home and money. What's tragic is your silly ass ain't do nothing when you knew it wasn't going on, slow bitch. I wonder what they didn't read Shannon's statement like they read Annette's. Yep, ooh, the way she tucked in that lip. She said they said check the park during Lemon Gate. Yes, what they said. They was calm, wasn't it? Thank you, pretty trucker, baby. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to get this black screen. I don't know why it's here. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to do something. Okay, got it. Somebody said, I hope they never get those children back. They have destroyed them enough. Someone said Janiyah didn't even speak to her mother and was sitting behind Shannon. Can't blame her 1 minute. So aggressive in the beginning, and now you heard so much shaking my head. Maybe Shannon will be released with the transcripts. They include the victim impact statements. Yeah. How would you know that a 13-year-old pregnant girl who was unwilling, unalive, suffered in pain? Absolutely. How did they know she suffered? How do they know? Ain't nothing even came out yet, right, Takeisha? How do y'all know what she suffered with? Selena, what's going on, baby? So they should live in the same park. They said she should be searched. She said the electric chair if we had it. Come on, man. You know they already looked it up. What about your daughter? Speak on your daughter, too. She's a victim.
I'll never be able to get to hold her again. I'll never be able to get to listen to her, see her smile. I'll never get to see her tell me stories of what her day went on about school. I'll never get to have that chance. Ever.
Why y'all didn't get that chance when she was living? And then maybe y'all would have knew about Jarvis. But, you know, hey, you told your own, she, you know, it ain't her daddy, she shouldn't win, and it wouldn't have happened. So how could I expect you to give any good advice to Naziah if you couldn't give to your own? Huh. Some idiot types what they said. It wasn't wrote for them. It's straight BS, Karen. Straight BS. I think they got immunity and there's a clause that they can't sue. That's a good one, Talina. I never thought about that. I never thought about what Talina said. She said, I think they got immunity and there's a clause that they can't sue. Don't forget how comfortable they was smiling and in the back of the bowling alley and stuff like that, enjoying themselves. Get to Brooklyn. No, we don't want to get to Brooklyn. Oh, it was about you financially. Y'all can't live y'all free life on social media and live y'all, you know, happily ever after. Because people have a problem with y'all living happily ever after on this app versus asking for help to find Naziah. People wasn't bullying y'all to hurt y'all. People was asking questions. Y'all got tired of hearing about Naziah. Remember, Shannon, you can't forget your post said, I don't care about Naziah. I only care about me and my 5 kids. I still got that in the vault. And how you told Lemon Drop Gate that everybody was so focused on where Naziah is. Who cares? Nigga, you grown with 5 living kids by this monster. But wasn't nobody grieving, 6 baby by the monster and focused on Naziah, so that was a problem for you to carry. Nah, baby. I believe your sick ass carried that, but I believe very much so Shannon's sick ass was mad about that. But mad at the fact that he wanted her niece more than he ever wanted her with 5 kids that she brought into this world with that monster. Y'all don't be so sure. They may have agreed to settle to a settlement because every ambulance chaser in their area saw this. We will see very soon. What you mean? OMD, she did say that. Geez, that's horrible. Girl, please remember she was messing with Jarvis first, or he was talking to her. She said, go to exercise in new jobs and hang out at the hotel, make money. I want to get to this one because I think this is the one with with Janaya's transcripts. Let me thank you intentionally. Thank you. I think this is the one with Janaya on it. I want to play it, guys.
I'll never be able to get to listen to her, see her smile. I'll never get to see.
I would love for them to have told us about her. Thank you intentionally. Hey, London Sky. I wish. I feel like she's still. I mean, I feel like she's still. She come back down, and they'll have to drop the other charge, and they already threw it out. The other serious charge and can't be charged again. It will be double jeopardy. Absolutely. The only victims are the kids who had all the cussing, mad adults around, not protecting them for the guy that they as adults chose to have around, knowing his record. Yes, agree. Sorry, bitch, just trifling. Is that baby hers or her niece? It's her niece. It's her niece, but her daughter was a victim of his too. Um and stuff. Hey, Yusef, why immunity if you didn't do anything wrong and accept the deal? We'll know, we'll know eventually, guys, when all the paperwork be ready. But they did put in the paperwork that where Naziah's body was, they said where Naziah's body was, they will not be putting that out. Ms. Parker, someone posted a full hearing, no interruptions. The judge wasn't even hard on him at sentencing. Detroit should be embarrassed. That's what they said, Talina. I heard that. Why did Annette and Shannon have immunity? I don't know if they had it poetic justice. Poetic Jasmine. I'm not saying that they had immunity. I'm just reading the comments. I wonder where those 80 witnesses are at and how they feel about it. I would love to know who the witnesses are, y'all, at this point and talk to some of them. There's a reason they collectively. I do know one of them is a victim and she doesn't want to talk about him, guys. She really doesn't. She wants this to go away. There's a reason why they collectively pointed out financial hardships, groans for legal suit because of a botched investigation. Punitive can definitely run the settlement money up. Absolutely. I said that. What's going on, Kamonica? Because everybody was asking, how could they sue and woo, woo, woo. They can. What's going on, Kamonica? Happy Friday. May the children have attorney to take whatever money. I think so, Miriam. I wish we had the first judge. Me too, intentionally. Straight up. Did they have Janiyah on screen? Her tears were so painful talking to her dad. Yeah, I think that's what I want to get to. Hey, Anya. Jarvis didn't even look at the judge, and the judge is crazy for accepting this in the courtroom. Absolutely. This is a smack in the face. That's why people don't speak up. Those should be the take on whatever Nettie and them get. Uh-huh. They're about to get paid. This is so sad. I'm starting to have technical. Does anybody else experience? It could be Facebook, guys. I'm trying to see. That's the sister. I think this is when.
Hold on. I still don't see it. Hold up.
Let me see if they skipped her statement.
We have a chance in this court, in this moment, to protect others and break the cycle of abuse once and for all. I'm asking you to consider the future we are trying to.
All right, y'all. Yeah, I was throwing me off there, just showing him.
And shout out to Pam.
Again, if you could just kindly try to talk with the microphone. Your mask now.
Thank you all for your patience while I figure it out.
But now I look at you.
Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
Did they cut that footage because this was a young victim and they didn't want to show it? Hold on. Let me see.
Y'all, this is a
I'm on WXY. I'm streaming directly from a link. I'm on WXYZ. Hey Pam, how are you, hon? I'm on WXYZ and I got it straight from a link on WXYZ. Go to WXYZ and then you pull up the story. It said that it was going to be happening and then they gave a link.
Your Honorable Judge, I want to. Hold on. I still don't see it. Hold up.
Do anybody remember this part of who she is? Because I think Jania's great to come up. All my little sisters going through a lot. Sending prayers to my little sister and all the victims. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Whatever pain and suffering should be given to the children. I agree, Miriam. I do. I think it should go in a scroll account if they're not old enough and stuff. I think any money should go to all the victims. All the victims. I think for knowing that Naziah was pregnant, I think it needs to be a trust fund for young mothers. I think that should be in there for young mothers and stuff like that. Somehow money to do a lot of stuff with for young mothers such as Naziah who doesn't feel like they have a safe place or no one to talk to, and benefits for them to have a roof over their head if it's staying at anywhere, but it pays for their room and board. But I do think some money needs to go into a trust fund for Naziah's unborn baby. I sent you the timestamp in the video. Okay. I think Tijuana's coming up right now. Let me see.
I would not be Mr. Brooks has avoided accountability far too long. I urge you to see this as a chance to end the cycle of abuse.
Hold on, y'all. That was
Oh, that's the kid. I'm not gonna put the name up. Oh, Jesus. You were once someone I called that until you did what you did. You took someone I really loved, someone I called sister, my favorite cousin, my best friend, my everything. You changed the way I dress, the way I think. You even changed my sexuality. You did very hurtful things to me. I did.
It's how I know you ain't shit, Shannon. This was imperative that Shannon heard what came out of her daughter's mouth because it's for you too. Because Janiah, your father was a monster. He is. He was and still is. But your mother allowed your father, to come in and harvest this nest before you was ever brought into this world. You was just going to be on his menu of victims. But your mother accepted this man into your safe space. And I love how Tijuana did call it out and say, the fact that you could even do a person with a face that looks exactly like yours. Jarvis is sick. But Shannon is sicker. Because right now we want the family to be strong, to carry out what they need for other justice to come through for Naziam. If that means stopping Shannon from getting the kids, looking into charges in the future for Shannon and Annette. But we can't forget, Shannon, it's been allegations on you per your family member. This baby said you made her, the man that you laid down and have 5 children with, because he's supposed to be the protector. Juanita said the wig was in a hamper with the dirty clothes, child. Shannon too busy worrying about what people are saying. His daughters, though, this is, And I wonder if Juju will ever have a story to tell. Because if he touched Janiyah, who's Juju? He didn't have a preference of age. He didn't have a preference of age. This baby said he made her even change her sexuality. You have corrupted your own child's life in so many ways. Being a victim and her cousin being another victim, pregnant and no longer here. Somebody she shared all her secrets with, grew up with like a sister in this demonic hellhole that was supposed to have been a safe place. Naziah nor Janiyah knew their story was already written the day that he told Shannon about his past. Mia said, can y'all please send some prayers up to my baby sister? She's talking about Janiyah, you guys. Y'all can put some prayer hands up for Janiyah. The fear in her eyes at the party makes me think Juju been touched too. Already, Deborah. Yes, TT. Hey, Miss Doc T. Their cards was already dealt. Shannon put them in the shuffle. In Jarvis's deck of cards. When she said, oh, you deserve a second chance. Matter of fact, let me take you to my mama's house where it's nothing but kids. We have all kind of birthday parties. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mom even got adopted kids. Oh, yeah. Jarvis had never been more amused. More amused. And Shannon thought when he was googly-eyed, it was all for her. It was to get in that nest of children. Oh, yeah, Ms. Doc, to you for sure. Ain't no damn way. And she was sending Juju with it. Even with Naziah, the cards was dealt. Lady knew. Whether she could fight her mama off or not, she knew once her daughter was placed in this home. She thought it was over because Charles died and all her demons and trauma was going to ride her back because her mother never got her help because, again, we're brushing everything under the rug and putting these skeletons in the closet, never to be spoken of again. But no, Naziah's cards was dealt. She landed right into the hands of Granny Monster. Who didn't give a damn about her mother. And what happened? The autistic man had his way with Naziah. With no repercussions, no consequences. Because, hey, he's a functional autistic man. Will we ever really know the truth of how long Jarvis since, he's been around Nasiah since before Janiyah. Nasiah didn't even know what was happening to her at such a young age. The innocence was stolen from her that she didn't even know she had. She didn't even know what these men were doing to her was stealing her innocence. And when she became pregnant for the second or third time, her life was completely wiped away. Her youth was gone before she ever knew what the word youth meant. Imagine 13-year-old having to be a mother when no one in the house is teaching you the basic necessities of being a woman. When you have to call the predator for sanitary napkins, you have to depend on the predator. You have to do these nasty ass favors and not even knowing you're doing nasty ass favors so he can have his way with you. How brainwashed was Nasiah and Janiyah? How brainwashed was these babies with manipulation from a predator and somebody that was supposed to have been an aunt and a mother to both? Shannon is just as guilty for that alone. Absolutely, that girl. Granny Monster's a madam. She said Nettie been giving her away to men. That's why Net wanted this over. I told you, if one skeleton falls out the closet, it's many. And boy, was the people getting close. They can't have that. Hell, just when we thought Pandora's box had opened, nowhere near. We're nowhere near knowing the truth. Besides what you get when you get them papers. But where was the start at for real? What's the real timeline with all these children? Will we ever know? For the man that said what happened to Nasiah, can you come out on one of these platforms? It don't have to be mine. And explain now that it's over with where you got your information about Shannon, Annette, Marquita, and Jarvis, and someone else doing this to Nasiah Harris. Give the people that really care about her that closure. I mean, the predator's out the bag now, right? We're just chopping it up as he ain't gonna never see the light of day, y'all. But what they got to do with things that Kim Worthless has said about other people will be charged down the road? Y'all don't want to know their participation in taking the life of Nasiah Harris? We're okay with murders or people that participated in the life being taken from Nasiah Harris, okay? This case has really opened my eyes. There's some real heroes, but Monster Bus just ain't one. And this case has impacted all of us. With the ones that started it, like Mark D and 2, with Shank Rock, Mocha, I know they're affected. Frank being there still has my antennas are raised. You went to send a message, Frank. And the message was felt. Because out of every character involved in Isaiah's case, I never thought we'd see Frank. After the fact, Miss Parker Predator out the bag mean while she's gone. So heartbreaking. They think after their victim impact statements, these was their victim impact statements. These statements wasn't for Isaiah. Because y'all could have seen her smile again, laugh, cut, sew, dance. If y'all would have just called out what was going on in that home. If y'all would have stopped normalizing for the sake of your children, who was also affected, 2 of them, Marquita. Both of them was affected. Shout out to Debo for taking in Pukaboo. And Pukaboo ain't even his kid. Because the father was so boastfully proud to, I'm going to come and get my son. I got custody of my son. And he tagging Marquita in it and she tagging back. You tagging this bitch like you ain't asked no questions or nothing. Your kids are getting removed for a horrific situation and he's happy. And still never came and got the boy. He still ain't came and got Pukaboo. Absolutely, Natasha. Not a one, Talina. Not a one. Frank got a program. Everyone, the trial was so short to me. I'm in tears. This hurts so much. How can we get a plea deal in? Now, why you name him that? Who? Pukaboo? And child, man, salute to y'all. Maybe Jarvis did expose the enterprise. That's how we got the plea deal. That's a good one. I ain't think about. I came with you today. That's a good point. That's a great point. She said maybe Jarvis did expose the enterprise. That's how he got the plea deal, and that's why Frank is pissed. I never thought about that. Could be. Could be. Because all these court dates, and I ain't seen Frank. We ain't never seen Frank. And now Frank got so much to tell. Frank wants to make himself look real good. Yeah, Nick, it was just the sentencing. Now we got the plea deal. He got the plea deal. He broke that picture right of him. There it shows his guilt from his own child's statement. He only looked up to her. She broke him and his child showed him how to be broken. So sad. Oh, wow. Let me finish listening to this, guys. Hold on. Let's get into this with Janiyah.
With the trouble you caused me, I no longer look at you as a father figure, no longer as a hero, but now I look at you as a monster who caused me trauma. It made me look at men different.
It's a minor, so they're not putting on camera. Jesus.
Y'all hear that pain? That's pain. She's grieving and traumatized in real time. She's traumatized in grieving. She's grieving her cousin. She's traumatized about the events that happened to Naziah. She's traumatized about the events that happened to Brooklyn. And then she has her own self to think about. And baby, hey, Misunderstood sis. Y'all make sure y'all drop Misunderstood always link for me. Make sure y'all go follow my girl, okay? She's grieving Naziah. She was there for her dad, taking advantage of her and her cousin together. And she said, and Sanji, you so right. She got her other cousin that she hasn't seen because of all of this. The kids are affected. But no, Shannon, Annette, and Marquita's thinking about themselves. I've been homeless. I can't keep a job. What about my daughter has wanted to end her life because of you? Not only have you taken my niece away, but you have violated my niece, both of my nieces, and my child. Where was those speeches at? Those are from the heart, from the gut. Nobody has to write anything down for how I feel about you and how you've affected my children, my nieces. Had my sister's life was already fucked up, I would have said it due to my mother's husband. And now her daughter had to relive the same cycle. Mama just had to be mad at me, and it's okay. Because we are here to talk about victim impact statements. I don't know what y'all know of what impact means. Drop Sanji's channel too, Samad. My bad. Can y'all drop Sanji's channel? Sanji does have a channel. I'm sorry, sister. Can y'all drop Sanji's channel? He heard it too. I'm so proud of her. Hers was an impact. Hers was an impact. She needs a very skilled trauma specialist to help her unpack the many layers of guilt, secrecy, her natural sexual responses of pleasure, in spite of being victimized in the reality of her life, man. Absolutely. Drop this link for me, y'all, who's on the screen. Thank you, guys. Yeah, he's finally sentenced. Misunderstood. This is his daughter, who was 8 at the time he started sexually assaulting her. This is her impact statement.
So after Marquita, the sister talked, Jarvis Butt's sister. You said that's Shannon and Jarvis's daughter? Okay.
If anybody would have attacked Jarvis, it wouldn't have been Frank. Marquita, Shannon, especially Shannon, I could see. Frank, See, I've been wanting to fight Frank too. Your daughter has came in here with the most impactful statement from a child in the year of 2026. After watching Isaiah, Kimani, Latiga, and all of these stories, and the only person that came in honest and truthful was his daughter. How sick is this shit? Sandy said, please remember her and her young cousins in your prayers tonight. She said, real word. Desiree said exactly this. Misunderstood. I bet yesterday was the worst day of Jarvis's life, and I think he knows there's many more to come. Frank was letting Jarvis know he can be touched. Absolutely, Candy. They said Vari cussed him out too. Yeah. I could see Vari attacking, but Frank? Y'all know I couldn't have sat still with a month. Y'all. Because let me tell y'all something. When you angry and you sitting around somebody like this, your speed is unmatched. You black out. You in your mind, you're sitting there running about, you're thinking about how quick you can get to him, what you want to do to him, and some more. If I had to leap to get that ass, I would have been calculating every move. But see, Shannon wanted Jarvis to see her one last time in her hooker clothes. You know? One last time. Latasha, you hear me? It'd have been some shit in that courtroom, but it'd have been worth it.
This is terrible, man.
Your Honor, she was completed.
Thank you.
Please. Cover these babies, Lord. Heal them, protect them, guide them. Oh.
Judge, I don't believe that we have anyone left to make any more statements.
Okay.
Would you like us to speak now, or did you want us?
So there's not going to be any more victim statements?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have anything more?
Again, for those of you that are just joining us,
These kids are supposed to be talking about their high school, their middle school years coming up. Trading pieces of paper with secrets that just didn't make sense. But it was a good time. Her and Isaiah and them is supposed to be in the room doing girly things. But they'll never have that chance. Their secrets was of sexual assault and touching on Jarvis, developing at a time unmeasurable. Nobody paying attention to their breasts growing, their butts widening, their hips widening. Nobody paying attention to the kids at all. And those that did was a part of it, knew about it, but turned the blind eye to keep him around so he wouldn't do drive-bys. And this justice that wasn't served for Naziah has our stomach in knots. And I also don't want to call it a justice system. I don't. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, sis. We need a victim GoFundMe for after the trial because this doesn't end here. And many prayers, absolutely, Wilma. I feel like he will be touched because he hurt too many people. I believe he will run into someone's family member and they're going to get his ass, in my opinion. To be honest, I don't believe Jarvis will live out his sentence. My only hope is that Jarvis Yes, his daughters. And I do believe it was both some words to free their minds and put their hearts at ease. I agree with that, especially with his daughters up there speaking. I would have to get to him. Yeah, yes. She needs support from all her sisters. Yes, I agree. I agree. If don't nobody else deserve a conversation, they do. If he can't muster up anything to say to anybody else, I I believe Janai and them deserve that for sure. Absolutely, Candy. Travis Buds has a. They can't afford to say for him to say one more word. Something needs to be done for the victims. I agree, but God's still in charge. Yeah, she said, "My Lord, the detectives didn't do a good job. Neither did CPS. They did a horrible job trauma bonding with her cousin, and she is not here. I can't even imagine how she feels. And being around Brooklyn, Parker, all of the kids that they once knew, all their good memories have been flushed and flourished with traumatic, horrific images and treatment. And this is where we are today with this alleged justice system in Detroit. Again, I bet when we get it, everything will make sense. Because they couldn't afford Jarvis to walk free due to the DPD's technicalities. I will go to LLEH and back for mines. Me too, Candace. Me too. So the next cases we do, we have to make sure we create that safe space. We do. I've made it unsafe not thinking about Janiyah and all the other kids that do be on social media and hear their names. Some places to see their faces. They're already ashamed and so much other stuff because of them being a victim of him. And you can't tell people don't feel ashamed because that's just honestly how it be. They feel like it's their fault. They did something to make it their fault. Kim Worthy, how do you sleep at night? My God. Thank you, Sanji. Thank you, Sanji. Thank you for the Cash App, sister. Thank you. So yeah, justice for the victims. Justice forever and always for Naziah and her baby. Let's help them to pass these laws, you guys. They don't want no one to look for her. That's what I believe. The prosecutors need to go and retire and exit. I wouldn't trust Kim Worthy as far as I can throw. I don't care what it is. You hear me? I couldn't trust Kim Worthy, baby. As far as I can throw Kim Worthy, I couldn't trust nothing she says about any case. There is another missing young lady that Maisha and Shank was talking about with Miss Tamerla B. Smith. I did see two giving out flyers today, passing out flyers with a young lady by the name of Dejanay Frazier, who was 14 and missing up there. Are we supposed to accept kids just being missing and just talking about it? Because that's almost where the conversations are now. Like, no justice for these kids. I don't know. After 2 years, and this is it, where his daughter mentally breaks you. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Thank you. Oh, that's my baby over there. And y'all drop Criminal Villains link too. That's Miss Gigi's mod, you guys. Y'all welcome Miss Lisa over here, okay? Let Janaya know we're praying for her, Mia. We're praying for her wholeheartedly. Thank you, Miss Lisa. That we're praying for her. Add Kim Shannon to the list of names I don't like no more. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've been saying y'all the whole time. I told y'all Ask Kim Worthless wasn't shit. Can y'all drop Criminal Villains, Deep New York News, and the Messy Sweet Spot moderators? I know, Tyra. That's what I've been waiting on, Tyra. Where is Kim Worthy, y'all? Because I don't want to hear shit next week. I don't. I think we should have heard from her immediately. But I would hide too. I would hide too. You know, I'd be ashamed and hide and give myself a little bit more time. Let the community simmer down a little bit. And I hope Detroit never simmers down. Lord, let this baby be found before it's too late. Detroit needs a reset. I truly think they're desensitizing violence against women and children and the vulnerable in general. Charges shouldn't be dropped under no circumstances other than And you know what's crazy? That they all still work for the judicial system. Detective Wolf. All these, Detective Jones, still looking for missing kids. That's all you're doing is looking. She's the same bitch that said, I ain't picking up all these clothes. But we don't know if Nazia's school clothes would ever have been in that batch because, you know, you didn't want to do your job. See, when you go in that line of if your kids are talking about being detectives and police officers, that's part of it. Everything. And that crime scene is evidence. If a crime has been committed there and it's been a lot of pinging, no telling what they could have found. So now you judge Mathis. Miss Parker left my ass off. I know a crackhead when I see one. No, ma'am. Hey, if I'm on crack, Desiree, hey, you ain't paying for it, okay? And I don't know nothing about what's making me sit up here and be a judge. Okay? Now, see, what do it's got to do with Nazia? Who drops down to watch a crackhead? Who's dropping down to listen to a crackhead? I'm just asking. When the focus should be the justice system in Detroit and how to change laws, not just in Detroit, but everywhere. His focus ain't on a content creator. Our focus should not be on a content creator nor a subscriber. Our focus should be on what can we do to help to stop this. So Dejanay Frazier's story won't end up like Nazia's. Another disappointment. Jobs not being done to protect children. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's why I can't take you serious, Desiree. Miss Parker shouldn't be your focus. nor should my habits. Now you come back when I'm talking about addiction and recovery. Okay? Some people don't. And that's the people that want to get in people's chat and act like they so into Nasiah. You can't when you're focused on addiction and me. I shouldn't even be into your brain right now. The content is Nasiah. The content is getting justice for these children. The content is the victims. I bet that at the court shit and we gas went home and automatically went and put money. Couldn't wait. Oh, I'm not Miss Gemini. I'm not. That's just Shannon. Sis, don't worry. She's still upset. She don't get to see her man yesterday. I don't think it's Shannon. Light attracts bugs, okay? See, when you ain't about the right thing, you don't even stay, you can't stay on topic. You can't stay focused. You can't stay on the matter, what matters, the matter at hand, and what matters the most. What matters the most, if y'all don't want to see Shannon get those kids back, it's petitions. It's content creators asking for help on TikTok and YouTube. It's family members that's asking for help. Don't go to them with the bullshit. We all done, most of us done ran down the houlda, coulda, shoulda, wouldas. And that didn't get us anywhere. That didn't get us anywhere. So enough with the negativity. And it's time to start making shit shake. Thank you, Miriam. Definitely return to sender. Now, tomorrow I'll be back to talk about Dejanay Frazier. Her story should go hard. We should make sure that we are going hard about all of these victims. Hey, Ms. Park, I'm super late. I was getting my hair, then I'm going to have to go back. Thank you, Vamika. I'm not Blizzard. I'm not. I want to know, and I get it, at 14, you're taking your dog out for a walk and stuff like that. I get it, but the dog made it back, but not Dejanay Frazier. This ain't done. I'm still writing emails. Let's make sure them babies don't go back and justice is really served. Yeah. And let's pray for a storm to brew. And when I say that, not going and harming Shannon and them, because that's not getting the justice that we want. Justice can still be served. Jarvis is doing his time. Whether we like the outcome or not, nobody else's kids are going to be harmed, not even his. There's a million monsters to go. There's still more Jarvis Butts out there, y'all. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. Annette, they need to lock her up for testifying and faking with the lies. Bitch, you was sleeping good when you knew she was missing. Bitch, start with the hoe. Wig on, sweating with no tears. Yes, Miss Irma. I keep saying Detroit is no place to raise a child. The dog coming back, but not her. It's really scary. Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to get into the story of Dejanay Frazier. You guys make sure y'all send some prayers up for Janiyah, her siblings, Nasiah and her unborn child, and also all the other victims, JW, MJ, PB, AD, and Brooklyn, okay? And many more that didn't want to speak out, and stuff. And let's pray that they get the counseling and the therapy they need, and stuff, that God watches over these babies throughout their journey in life. They really need it. They really need it. Thank you guys so much that's been rocking out with us since the beginning of the Desire Harris story. My journey started in January of 2024 when I learned about it, and it has been one hell of a roller coaster. I almost feel like we was never going to get off that ride, but we did. Like I said, I love the villages that everybody has built to be on one accord, and that's to get justice for these babies that they deserve, to get as many monster butts off the streets. We need our kids to be the voice, but we have to create those safe spaces, y'all. That's the educational part. Turning, even with Genesis, baby Genesis Nova Reed, being that friend that you don't want to judge. No, a friend is going to see something, say something, period, point blank. The comment wasn't even necessary to say. That has nothing to do with the subject at hand. How can people say such hurtful things? Hey, Jack, when hurt people, hurt people. Whoever wrote that comment to me, they are hurting more than I am, and I'm still grieving my family members. I've been here depressed and stressed, y'all, beyond imagination. But I know my cousins are in a better place. Whatever God has for them, He has for them. I pray. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Thank you. Y'all have been so amazing. Even people in the other content creators chats, y'all have been such a blessing to these cases. Y'all don't know how impactful that y'all are. And together, everybody can use that to impact each community. Because CPS don't only do that in Detroit. It's like that all over. We need reform in the CPS system. We do. We need everybody to start taking their job serious, as if these kids were your kids, if you do work in CPS. If this job is overwhelming and tiring, then, hey, remove yourself, because these kids need more than that. Because these kids are being pulled out of situations and into situations of nobody caring about anything about their life and their upbringing. And we want that changed. Because these kids didn't ask to be brought into disparity or nothing. They didn't. It's crazy how our kids are suffering for our shortcomings. Hey, Ruth, that's the only way ICCs can be heard, because so many people are watching and want to bring awareness to all the children affected. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Chantel. Yes, everything positive and prosper. So, y'all go sign those petitions. Look anything up. Keep writing to the senator. Anybody, if you got something. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. You have made my day on the hard days. Thank you, Miss Gemini sis. Thank you. Get with Maisha over there on TikTok. See what else they're doing. The movements and stuff like that they're making, because they're not letting it go either. And I don't think we want to let it go. And all thing we can do is say we tried. Okay. Hey, Murmur, thank you. How you been? Let's ask them, how can we help? If it's Toot, if it's Mocha, whoever, Shank and his team, only thing y'all can do is, how can I help? You don't have to live in that state, in that city to help. A letter, just a signature, a phone call. I love this lady here, man. She's so real. Thank you, Yolanda. I became protective after experience and determination to break the cycle. Thank you, Nay. Where you been? How you been? And I get it, Miriam, but what would be, leaving out of here today, what would be a word to somebody that's dealing with that doesn't know how to break that cycle? to living in that kind of environment where it's deemed to be normal. Because I think a lot of times we, in this case too, that a lot of us have, thank you, Samara Sissy, thank you. I think a lot of us have, we being brought up into that not being normal, but all their life, that's all they've known. It's normal. I know, Yolanda, you have, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? What would be a word if you met a family like yours that doesn't know how to break that cycle? What would you say to them, Miss Maria? Because a lot of us, thank you, Yolanda. I became protective after experience and determination. So it's basically you're saying determination. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Thank you. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you. What would be the word of encouragement that you would have to the next family that doesn't understand the determination to break the cycles? Is Lady a focus at this point? No. Because at a part, I can't say she didn't love her daughter, but I can't focus on Lady being at the court date and not being at the court date. What can we do now from this day forward to make Judge Hathaway really start? What can we do for them to start really focusing on the victims? When will the victims' voices matter more than a quick conviction? I will tell a person, I'm here for you. Let me help you. Okay? She said, knowing that you were not the problem, the sickness was, and you can heal yourself, knowing that you have the rights to your body and boundaries should not be crossed. That's a good exiting paragraph. Thank you, Maria. Send a petition to the FBI. She said, Miss Gemini said, send the petition to the FBI. She said, knowing that you were not the problem, the sickness was, and you can heal yourself, knowing that you have rights to your bodies and boundaries should not be crossed. Okay, Carrie, yes. I cannot wait. I'm excited. She said, Lady will come around. Right now, the streets get a hold of her. She only can come out when she's ready. Absolutely. And pray for Lady. See, we quick to judge, but are we quick to pray for him? We can kind of look into situations and like, where's she at? But can we judge her? No. Because she was once too Naziah. She just made it out. That's the only difference. Lady was her daughter. Don't stay silent. Tell a teacher, a doctor, etc. Don't let it be swept under the rug. Absolutely. And Lady, I'm praying for you. Pray for Vari as well. Grieving is probably all Vari knows right now. And when you're sitting around and you're listening to all the confusion, that all sits in there with the anger, the grief. And let's just pray that he gets his life on track. Because he's still young at the end of the day. And y'all got to remember the household that he was brought up in. The same household. Sometimes our expectations of others be a little much. Even mine. She said, do we think Lady gave her mother the kids so that she'd always be able to see them? I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever be told either, Candy. Was Lady in court for the sentencing? No. They had car problems. Lady was on her way and they had car problems. Desire wanted to get the hell out of that hellhole. But my God, didn't want to be like this. Yes. I'm sure the lady is living her worst nightmare, understanding that her mother was giving her not only to her husband, but other men. She hates herself right now, I'm sure. Absolutely, JJ. I agree. I think so. I do. She said, yes, sending out to both of them because Lady and Vari are victims too. Yes. And it doesn't have to be sexual abuse, y'all. It could be verbal, mental, physical. Miss Parker, the fact that we had first had seats to total corruption is correct. I know intentionally. Y'all can go enjoy the rest of y'all Friday, child. I'm about to catch up on some of my shows and come back tomorrow. Thank you intentionally. Thank you. Do Lady really care? I think so. Do y'all not know the drugs and the effect it has on your brain? The brain is sensitive. Thank you, Yolanda. The brain is sensitive. Okay, intentionally, you enjoy your birthday and definitely enjoy Cat Williams, okay? And happy birthday to you. The brain, you're putting all kind of chemicals that's eating at the brain. Thank you, Morgan. Y'all think drugs make your brain brighter? Make you see clearly and it doesn't. And sometimes we think that numbing ourselves with the drugs is gonna take the pain away. We trick our brain. We do. We trick our brain into thinking that drugs is gonna numb the pain, ease this, ease that, take away from the nightmares and stuff. If I stay high, I won't have the nightmares. If I stay high, I won't feel pain. So if I stay high, I won't think about what happened to my child. Thank you, Samaya. So, yes, she loves her daughter. Life has a crazy way of, like I said, cards sometimes be dealt in our lives that we weren't ready for, the same way cancer, for me, addiction. You don't never know what life is going to take you. Somebody in this chat right now, and God forbid, could be the next lady. There's a lady out there right now in a Naziah, in a Janiyah, in a Brooklyn. It's happening right now. Because we haven't heard of it yet. We might not ever hear of it. But it's the truth. It's a Vari out there right now. It's an Annette and Shannon and a Marquita out there right now. Go back to Janiyah, Michael Rogers' story. The mom and the girlfriend participating, fake dates. And the aunties, baby daddy, impregnating Janiyah at 13. Where's Janiyah Michael Rogers? See what I'm saying? In every city and state, there's a Annette, Shannon, Marquita, and a Jarvis. And there's a lady and a Naziah and a Janiyah and a Brooklyn. So, yeah. We never know what the next person is going through. Keep praying for each other. There are many women that are like Lady. Everyone doesn't have the strength to tell it. I appreciate you guys, man. Have a blessed Saturday. Enjoy it. It's been super cold here. I don't know what's happening with the weather, but man, stay safe because them colds are not yesterday's colds, okay? It is a different kind of cold. The aches, man, it's like getting over through the body aches is almost inevitable. You hear me? It's almost like, am I going to make it through this cold, baby? So y'all make sure y'all stay bundled up. Still treat this as the wintertime, y'all. We are not out of the woods of being out of the wintertime. Yes, spring is coming up, but we're not there. This weather is tricky to the body and also to the environment. You see trees are blooming, some ain't. Pay attention to stuff like that, but dress accordingly. Please stay safe. Keep sanitizing your hands, y'all. She said, right, because I'm sick right now, man. I never thought I'd get over that cold. I never thought I'd get over that cold, y'all. It was the worst. I must say, it was the worst. I was fighting it good, but it was the worst. You have a good evening too, Jacqueline. Bye, Chrissy Cakes. I will see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, you guys, if you're in the Detroit area or anything, they put flyers up for Dejanay Frazier. Make sure y'all keep your eyes out for that young lady. If you see something, remember to say something, and it's okay